Hey you. So I also just watched episode 2 of Power Book 2 Ghost season 4, final season, and yeah, let's talk about it. Okay, so early on in the season, him and Braden are back on campus, and in the previous season, when they had been talking about how it would be great to be civilians and not have to worry about people coming after their lives, in episode 2, he's already talking about how civilian life is overrated. I mean, come on. Like, you've been a civilian, you've been in the game. While you were a civilian, you wanted to get in the game. While you were in the game, you fantasize about how great it is to be a civilian. So at that point, you've been both, but you're fantasizing about being a civilian. And now you've gotten a chance to be just a normal, regular student again. And you're already fantasizing about going back. I mean, dude just changes his mind. Dude changes his mind more than a drunk driver changing lanes. He's so inconsistent. It's just, yeah, I guess what do you expect? Dude, he's not acting like an adult, like a grown up that is able to weigh their decisions and learn from their experiences and make better decisions in life. He also says something about how he's supposed to be the smartest one, yet Effie, Diana, and everyone else seemed to have just set him up and outsmarted him. Like, no, you're not supposed to be the smartest one. The writers think you're supposed to be the smartest one, but you're not. No smart person is coming from a life of wealth and having a trust fund to say, I want to get in the drug game. That's not a smart thing to do. I mean, so no, you're not the smartest one amongst all of the people in that series. Obviously not, since you got set up by some of them and you didn't see that coming. But I guess just the hubris of it all is also, I know, sounding like a broken record at this point, annoying. Who is Detective Carter in this season? I'm still wondering, because throughout this whole episode and the previous episode, we've just seen tidbits here and there. He's a cop. He seems to have some pull amongst people, but I mean, as far as if you're gonna call them, well, I won't call them villains because he's a cop, so I'll just call him an antagonist. As far as antagonist goes in this show, I think I've seen more mysterious, the whole mystery thing. I've seen some other characters pull it off much better. I think Mecha was a lot more mysterious when he was first introduced, compared to this Detective Carter, at least to me. So I think, yeah, they're going for the whole mysterious character thing, but I don't know. I guess I'm just on the side of just come out already and tell us what's his deal, what happened to his wife, what's his motivation, who killed his wife, I guess is what we're all wondering at this point. But yeah, just something out there that's still unresolved. Who's Detective Carter? I hope they don't drag it out for too long. There's this picture in the episode that shows Tariq and his mom in a store. Honestly, I was really happy when I saw that scene, because Tariq comes and, I mean, just the two of them, right? Like, they killed Ghost, James. And, you know, it seems definitely less than 3 years later, because if it was 3 years later, Tariq would probably have graduated from school. So definitely less than 3 years after they killed Ghost, both of them are broke. Tariq has lost the trust fund and all the money that his father worked a lot of his life to accumulate and give to them. He's lost it all. The mother is broke. She talks a lot about how she helped Ghost in the criminal business, but as soon as Ghost died, she couldn't last 3 years in the game. You know, she became a snitch, which is like a cardinal sin for anyone in the drug game. And now she's in Witsec, working a minimum wage job. Like, dang, from a penthouse to that. I think it just that scene finally encapsulates the dynamic between Ghost and this mother and child. Like, Ghost, yes, he was the provider and all that, as he should be, but the wife is always there talking about how she helped him build the empire and so on and so forth. They kill him, and now they can't even last long enough. They can't even last 3 years without him. And they're all like, he's gotta go. Ghost, creator. Tasha, Tariq, wasters, consumers, destroyers. I'm just gonna leave it there. Oh, and who did she snitch on again? She snitched on Tommy. And there was this scene from way back where she was talking about how Ghost has changed since he started being with Angela, and how she doesn't know him anymore, and he's capable of anything, capable of even snitching on Tommy, which Ghost never did. But who snitched on Tommy? Tasha, the person who was projecting that. Yeah. I'm just gonna move on because I'm happy with that scene, with how their life turned out. But yeah, I'm not happy with the character of Tasha and Tariq. Those two, yeah, it is what it is. So there's this scene where Brayden meets up with Tariq in like a bodega type of store. And Tariq basically talks Brayden into getting back into the drug game. First off, Brayden, ride or die. I really admire that about him. But honestly, at this point, you can be loyal, but you can also be stupid. Like, how does this guy talk you into going back into the drug business? Not just going back on a clean sheet, going back knowing that someone like Noma is out there and will be looking for you as soon as she knows that you guys are back in. Like, I don't know. I can't call it loyalty. At this point, it's just stupid to me. Like, bro, selling drugs can't be the only thing you do with your life. And even if you're going to do that, maybe go to another city and do it or something. Like, come on. It can't be that straightforward that you just get back into the drug game in the same city as someone like Noma and it'll all be good, you think. Okay. I think the best part of this whole episode, and I think this season so far, has been Kane. Now, this might be a very unpopular opinion, but hey, it's the one I have. Kane, to me, has always been one of the best characters in this spin-off, which is Power Book 2 Ghost. I've liked his character because he's true to form. You know, he's exactly what you would expect of someone who was brought up by two drug dealers and raised to be a drug dealer. He's physically fit so he can handle his own in hand-to-hand combat. He's not the smartest, not the sharpest tool in the box, but then again, you would expect that. But he is pretty smart though. Like, he can be pretty smart in some instances. And he's also pretty violent and capable in that violent aspect, unlike Tariq. So I don't want to compare him to Tariq, but you have to admit some comparisons are welcome. But anyway, he's capable, he's smart-ish, he's strong, and I always felt like he's grossly misunderstood and abused.
Each time when I come here, I am abused.
His mom, his pops, I mean, they abuse him. His pops has him beat up. His mom throws him out of the house. Like, you throw your child out of the house, what do you expect him to do? But okay, he has to fend for himself for some time. Even when he makes moves and advances to help the family, while sometimes setting up the family, but still for their own good, ultimately. He's always painted to be bad and foolish and whatever, which I really don't see it that way. I think he's smart and he wants to be loved by his family, but they don't give him that love. They abuse him, and I'm really just glad that in this episode, he's finally getting some love from someone else, Noma. So I'm happy for him, although I know it probably won't end well because, yeah, you guys are both drug dealers and she's your boss. That boss-subordinate relationships, they usually don't end well, especially when a life and death sort of situation is part of your occupation. But hey, I'm happy for him. I think it was also pretty funny how he spoke to Noma. Perhaps this will set your mind straight, love. I mean, the whole mocking the British accent, yeah, that was pretty cool. But also that he got the girl, or woman in this case. I'm stoked for him, so I'm pretty happy about that. And I guess I really want to see where that goes. But yeah, Kane is definitely one of my favorite characters, whom I think is widely misunderstood, and a lot of people like Tariq. I just happen to be one of those people who don't. But hey, if you like Tariq, valid, good enough. You're probably the people that the show's writers are catering to. But yeah, I'm Team Kane. But hey, that's just me. So yeah, like I said in the previous episode, I'll be talking about all of the episodes of this final season as they come out. And if you'd like to see that as soon as it drops and be notified, feel free to subscribe to the channel and ring the notification bell. If you like the video, then please do like the video. It helps a lot, especially for a new up-and-coming channel such as mine. And I'd really love to keep the conversations going. If you thought I missed anything, or you agree or disagree with anything I said, then please let me know in the comments. I'd love to get your viewpoints. Yeah, as always, stay amazing and have a good one. Cheers.